Sir, am I audible, sir?
Kindly wait for a few minutes, ma'am.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Kindly wait for a few more minutes, ma'am. Then I
Yes,
will
yes,
jump,
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start the session, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Sir, is the screen visible, sir? Whatever the PPT I have shared?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is visible, ma'am.
Yes.
I'll start with the welcome address, ma'am. Respected resource person, Dr. Sujatha ma'am, distinguished guests, faculty members, researchers, students, and dear participants, good evening to all. On the behalf of the Indian Society of Research and Development Professionals, ISRDP, a unit of SK Research Group of Company, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to this one-day seminar on NLP for 5G and smart communication. We are honored to have with us Dr. Sujatha ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, University Bangalore, as a esteemed resource person today. Her expertise and experience in the field will undoubtedly provide a valuable insights into this rapidly evolving domain of natural language processing, 5G technology, and smart communication system. I extend my sincere gratitude to all the participants for your presence today. Your interest in learning and research is what makes event like this meaningful and successful. I also thank the organizing team. Once again, I welcome you all. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Sir, am I audible, sir, to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am.
Sir, just see whether the screen is moving, no?
Yes, ma'am. It is moving, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you, sir. So, very good afternoon to everyone. Uh, Already, sir has given my introduction. So, need not have to tell my name. My name is Dr. Sujatha. So, today I will be presenting natural language processing for 5G communication. So, basically, NLP enables machines to understand human language while 5G provides ultra fast and low latency communication. So, we are going, all of us are now we are habituated to use all the online tools which is available. So, let us see how properly we can use the tool in a very effective manner without having a delay in for whatever the question. So, 3 4 times we need not have to give the prompt. So if we give a correct prompt, whatever the requirement is, we'll be getting. So let us discuss on what is NLP. So basically NLP means the definition of NLP is enables computer to understand, interpret and generate the human language. Basic definition of NLP. The main agenda today what I'll be discussing is what is NLP, introduction to 5G, What are the applications of NLP in 5G? Benefits, challenge, and what are the future scopes in NLP? So these will be discussed in today's seminar. As I told you, when you look at this diagram, NLP enables computer to understand, interpret, and generate human language. So these basic three terminologies are very, very important: understand, interpret, and generate. So understanding is easy for a human, but for a machine, it is very, very difficult. So how it is going to understand, then how it is going to interpret, and what kind of data it generates. For this, we already have answers because most of the tools we are using, like ChatGPT, chatbot, then we are using Gemini, Perplex. So all these, whatever the question we ask, it interprets and give us the data. Maybe some data are satisfied to us, and sometimes it is not satisfied, right? So this is what we are already started using. Let us see in a way how proper way we can use it. I hope this slide is clear. So in the next slide, when you see how does it understands, interpret, and generate. So here you can see a girl. The prompt is given as book a flight from New York to London next Friday. So here it is written next Friday. The date is not mentioned. Nothing is mentioned. As a human, for us, we know what is next Friday. But for a machine, how will it predict that next Friday is what date, time? Everything has to be given, right? So when you look at this sentence, it is a properly a human language. This is how we give the input to the machine. When you look the sentence here, book a flight from New York to London next Friday. It's given what it understands is, I know the machine will understand that I need to book a flight to New York from New York to London. So this is very clear. But the next Friday, again a question mark. Next Friday, how will it detect? So that is a challenging here. So understands, how does it understand this? The first is tokenization, tagging, phrasing. So these are the basic concepts in your NLP. Since I am not taking introduction to NLP, hoping that you people are aware of it, I am just going to tell you what is tokenizing. Tokenizing is splitting the text into individual words. That is a token. The whatever the block, the book of flight from London. So each and every letter, I give a token. Book, flight from. So each one is called as a token. So how many tokens I'll be having here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 tokens I'm having. Token is nothing but each letter is divided. That is called as tokenization. I think it's clear. And then what I do is I check with the words whether it is a lowercase or uppercase. Based on that, also I do the variation. Then say for example, this book, this B can be written even in lowercase, right? So so both it has to enable. Next, you have something called as stop word. So what is a stop word in NLP? What are stop words? The stop words are a, the, is, and. So these are called as the stop words. And you have some root words. Root words is nothing but, root words is like the major objective, like booking. Booking is a root word, right? A flight cannot be changed, New York cannot be changed, and London cannot be changed, because these are all some unique terminologies. Friday we cannot change, right? Book we cannot change. Other than that, the flight can be changed, right? So here, what is happening is streaming the words. Now I have to take the route. What I have to do. This book a flight. So this is only the major work, and other things I know it is a noun, and it is a noun, and all are the remaining words are stop words. Now then it does lemmatization, that is converting the word to the dictionary form. That is in a very proper way it has to convert. So all this understanding happens in the first stage. After that, it tries to interpret. Interpret is based on this what all answers it can provide you. So interpretation is intent recognition, entity extraction, content understanding, and sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is nothing but the major work what we are giving it. Then it starts generating the answers accordingly. So understanding is booking a flight from New York to London. So this and date is next Friday. So this is how it will divide. After that interpretation, the system understands your request, and then it will take the content. From that, here are some of the flights from New York to London on next Friday. It gives you different options because you have not mentioned the timing. It gives you many options. From that, again, once we start giving the answer, it starts interpreting and does the work whatever we are telling. So basically, NLP enables a computer to understand, interpret, and generate a human language. So this is the process. So this is basically a flow chart which explains how this process happens. So how the process happens, I already told you. First, the input is given. The input already you people know that book a flight from New York to London next Friday. So here the timing is not mentioned. Then the pre-processing is done. So what is meant by pre-processing? Pre-processing is nothing but it cleans and prepares the text for analysis. So under that, what all it does? It does the tokenizing, then the lowercase and uppercase, it tries to identify. It tries to identify the stop word. Then it starts identifying the stem, and then it does the lemmatization. Lemmatization is nothing but converting the words to their own dictionary for what they have, for what it is designed to respond for. Then you have something called as linguistic analysis. So this analysis is nothing but it basically analyzes the grammatical structure of a text. So when we talking is different, grammar is different, right? So here the grammatically the sentence is been analyzed. Say for example, part of speech. I'm going to put a rule for this grammar. So you know that book is a verb, flight is a noun. Then I do phrasing. Phrasing is nothing but syntax analysis, which determines the sentence structure and relationship between the words. And say for example, it identifies the subject, object, and the action to be performed by the particular input what we have got. Then what it does is, after doing all this, I have to name the entity. So entity naming is nothing but named entity recognition is nothing but it detects the important entities such as name, place, date, and organization. Say for example, New York, London. So these two are the location. Next Friday is the date. It tries to identify like this. After that, each and every word it starts understanding the meaning, and that is extracts the actual meaning of the context of the sentence. Like how it does it is called as intent detection. So what is meant by intent detection? Determines what the user wants. So what is the intent here? Intent is flight booking. Then entity extraction, that is extracts the important information. So what is the information provided? One is New York, the other one is London, and the date, as you know, it is next Friday. Then it starts the content analyzing. Then does the sentimental analysis. That is sentimental analysis is nothing but we are asking for a service, right? It is a service. I am asking for a help. So that is called as a sentimental analysis. What kind of input I have given, like whether it is a ordering, whether it is a request. So based on that, the sentiment analysis is performed. Then the information is processed, and I start making the decision. So what is this information? Here you can see information processing and decision making. So what kind of decision I do make? So here what I do is I search the database or the knowledge source. Say for example, I try to check all the flights which is there from New York to London. So that search is performed in information processing. Then I apply rules and reasoning, that is use of logic and business rule to check the availability of the flight. Then I determine the best action, and then I show which are the matching flights for my requirement. So that those things are takes place in the information processing, and then decision making. Then comes response generation. So what is meant by response generation? It is here what happens is how the natural language is generated. It generates grammatically the correct sentence. Say for example, flights are available on Friday. So template based on the receipt, flights are available on Friday. So again, I'll have a question whether it is available on this Friday or the next Friday. So whatever the prompt we are giving to an NLP, that is to all the online tools which you are using, if it is properly matching, like we will not have any delay in getting our information. Then summarization. Summarization is nothing but shortens the long text into the small one and converts the text into another language. So that happens at the response generation. And then it gives you the output to the user at the end. So here the text output is given on the screen, or for whatever, either you type the data or for voice, whatever you have given, it generates the it starts generating the data. So this is how your NLP works. Then when you see what are the major core techniques which is used in the NLP is tokenization, name entity recognition, sentiment analysis, machine translation, and speech recognition. So all this we have already discussed here. Then you can see here the core NLP techniques. So what is this core NLP techniques are nothing but tokenization. I told you that each and every word is assigned a token from, so that is what is explained here very clearly. So all the four techniques, what is the work? You can see tokenization is a process of breaking a text into smaller unit called as token. So here you can see each and every, just for a small word, I love NLP. I is a word, love is a word, NLP is another word. So this is called as tokenization. So totally three tokens are generated here in tokenization. Then name, identity, and recognition. So what is this name, identity, and recognition? So I have given a name. So Sujatha, Christ University, Bangalore. So here you can see the name entity identifies and classify the important entities such as people, place, organization, date, etc. So here so this separation happens in name entity recognition. Then comes the sentiment analysis. So here in sentiment analysis determines the emotion or option expressed in the text if classified text as a positive or it is a neutral. See, sometimes what is this positive, negative, and neutral in sense? The way in what the question is asked. So it's in three categories. It is divided as a positive, negative, and a neural. So so on this three basis only the sentiment analysis is done. So here an example is given. The product is amazing, so that is a positive. The service was terrible, that is negative. This was okay, that is a neutral. So based on this analysis, it puts us under positive, negative, and neutral. Then it does the machine translation. So I think all of us know that the machine, whatever the language we speak, has to be converted into the machine form, right? So that is what happens here. The machine translation automatically converts the text from one language to the other. Say, for example, you can say in English if it is good morning, in French it is bonjour, and in Hindi it is uh, suprabhat. So you can see even if that conversion is there, that is also possible by machine translation. Then you have speech recognition. Whenever we do this speech recognition, it is very challenging for the tool which we are using, because the way we pronounce is very different. In South India, we pronounce some words in a different way. So since India is a diverse country, all of our pronunciation differs. So it becomes difficult for the machine to identify the pronunciation. So this is a very challenging task. So here you can see the speech recognition converts the spoken language into a written text. Sometimes a wrong text comes if our pronunciation is not matching to the database what has been provided by the machine. Okay. So here you can see the input speech. So what is the weather today? So the text reflects like what is the weather today. So what we say, earlier we were spending time to type. Today none of us use that, because directly if you give your voice, it converts to the text. Okay. So this is the core NLP techniques which has been used. So the summary here is these core NLP techniques work together to enable the computer to understand, analyze, translate, and generate human language, powering applications such as chatbot, virtual assistants, translation tool, and search engines and more. So this is about the core. This is about the core techniques. So here I have given you a brief summary along with the examples, whatever we have discussed here, it is just given in the form of a table. Hello? Yeah? Yes? Ma'am, I'll call you back, ma'am. 2 minutes. Hello? Sorry. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is just a summarization of the first PPT. Uh, so this is an example. So Nitin from Bangalore loves NLP. So tokenization is I am splitting up each word. So Nitin is a person, Bangalore is a location. Sentimental analysis is love NLP. So this is a positive sentiment. So this is then the machine will translate it into Hindi in accordance to whatever the request we ask. And also the speech recognition is converted into a text by the machine itself. So these techniques enable computer to understand, analyze, translate, and respond to the human language effectively. So that is about NLP. So here you are now. So that is a basic introduction of how natural language processing is done. Now we will see the introduction to 5G. So why it is related to a 5G? I think all of us know that if 5G comes into already we are in a complete 5G we are not enjoying. So we are at the point 5. If the complete 5G comes, so that is the fifth generation mobile network with high speed, low latency, and massive connectivity. So high speed, all of us know if the speed is high, the data rate should also be high. Latency will be gradually less. That is the response. The quality of service which is offered to the customers will be high, and also it will have a massive connectivity. Massive means for more, so more connectivity will be possible. Like the problem of no signal, all that will be avoided if our 5G starts coming into the implementation. So what is this high bandwidth? So high bandwidth. All of us know that is high frequency. The frequency and bandwidth plays a very important role in communication. So here you can see high bandwidth, low latency, and high density. So what is that? We will discuss each and everything. The key features of 5G are EMB, URLL, and then you have millimeter wave and network slicing. So what is that? We will explain here. So here you can see enhanced mobile broadband. So what EMB stands for? Enhanced mobile broadband. So what is the work of this enhanced band? Sorry. So here you can see all the 5G network generates a massive amount of data. Manual analysis is impossible. NLP automates customer interaction, helps the analyzer network logs, and improves the quality of service. Thereby, it enables the intelligent network management. So how that management is actually controlled? It is uh, through your this three technology. The first one is enhanced mobile broadband, ultra reliable low latency in communication, massive machine type of communication. So here what happens is in this EMB. So EMB is nothing but it provides a high data rate with large bandwidth and enhance the user and experiences the data intensive application. So the major feature is gigabit. So we were first talking about megabit. Today we are talking about the gigabit. So gigabit speed internet, high capacity. So everything is going to be a high definition version. The clarity is going to be very good, and also you will be having video streaming, all that in this particular enhanced mobile broadband. The major application is ultra HD video streaming, and also online game and smart campuses can be introduced by this enhanced mobile broadband. Example, watching 8K videos on a smartphone. So today what not is now the multimedia, complete multimedia facility is available on our mobile. So we so next when the generation from when we jump from one generation to other generation, gradually the complete gradually everything we can do with our mobile. There is no need for a laptop, there is no need for a system. So that is how the system is going to be established in the further communication. Like everything in hand, let it be healthcare, let it be agriculture, everything can be controlled through our mobiles. That is what is the expectation of the next generation. So with that, because people are not, when you take all the people are not literate, right? So for that purpose, all these things are introduced to facilitate the customer. Next, you have ultra reliable low latency. I think you all can understand what is meant by low latency. Low latency is nothing but I will not be getting any delay in my performance. So let it be in anything, the amount of time which is taken to provide me an output is going to be is going to be for a very small period, say 1 millisecond, less than 1 millisecond. So this ultra reliable low latency extremely has low latency and high reliability for mission critical application. So what is this high reliability? Reliability means reliability, high reliability means 99% of the service can be used by for whomever the service has been provided. The major feature here is real-time communication and fast response time. The major application is remote surgery. Then you can see autonomous vehicle, industrial automation, smart grid, and robotics. So in all these fields, these are required, and this is going to come in future. So here you can see the example is a self-driven car receiving the braking commands instantly to avoid the collision. So this is one of the major challenges which we are facing now, which will be overtaken by this technique. Next, you have massive machine type of communication. So it enables the connectivity to millions of IoT devices within a small geographic area. So hundreds of devices. So today we take the help of the cloud for IoT device, right? So that is why the name given as massive. So all of us know that all the sensors we make use of more sensors in your IoT. That's the reason it is called as a massive machine type of communication, which takes the real data and give it on to the cloud. So the major feature here is low power consumption. This is one of the major challenges with your wireless sensor network and IoT, the energy efficiency. So that will be having an answer over here, as it consumes very less power, long battery life, efficient spectrum utilization. It is used in smart cities, smart agriculture, environmental monitoring, smart smart metering, and in industrial IoT. So you can see how the traffic can be controlled, how the pollution can be avoided, how the weather monitoring can be done effectively, and also how the season fruits. Today all the fruits are available throughout the season. Earlier days that was not a scenario, right? So all that is possible if this comes into an implementation. Now we will be having a question. Now in NLP, why are we discussing all this? Because your NLP is actually uh, is provide in today nobody is bothered to read any textbooks or uh, or any research papers. Nothing. We don't apply our mind. We everything we give it to chat gpt, right? So nobody sits and write take notes or something like that. So everybody are dependent on our chat gpt. So how to still use it smarter only, we are talking about all these techniques today. So here you can see the different comparison, and so this is called as network slicing. Slicing is nothing but, so this is your antenna, which is 5G radio access, or it is also called as a RAN, and a 5G core network. It is divided for all the three groups are over here. That is mobile broadband, lower latency, and machine massive type of communication. And you can see where all they can be used. So this is video streaming. EMBB slice is used in video streaming. Autonomous vehicle makes use of ultra reliable low latency communication, and all the IoT devices makes use of the massive machine type of communication, because today the world is dependent on all these things. So the three major 5G service categories are discussed already here. So these are tailored to different application requirements. Next we will see NLP and 5G overview. So how it is used in smart assistant, network automation, real-time translation, AI chatbot, and security analysis. Coming to smart assistants, so all of us use this smart assistant. Like even if I don't know any meaning, I immediately take my phone and go into any of the uh, smart assistant. So it can be either a chat GPT or it can be a chatbot if I have done for some specific application, or it can be a perplex, or it can be a Gemini, isn't it? Or it can also be the, we have in Google, no, LM notebook, all that. So here the NLP powers voice assistant and viral AI and a virtual agent, enables natural human machine interaction. Example, you have Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa. This I think all of you know. I think Siri is a very common term used in your iPhones. Then Google Assistant you have, and then also when we put the Google Maps to go from one place to the other place, that is the location. When you share the location, it directs you, right? So that is also called as a Google Assistant. So enables seamless voice based service in 5G network. So this is one applications of your NLP along with 5G. That is your voice. The voice is assisting you. So somebody in the background should predict, understand, interpret, and give you a data, right? So that is the work of your NLP. Next is network automation. NLP analyzes network logs, alarms, and reports, detects the issues and predicts the failure, automatic operation and optimize the performance. Basically, in automation, it is used to improve the efficiency, reliability, and reduces the downtime. Then you have real-time translation. Today, I think many languages are there. It is working with almost all the language to satisfy the customer needs. NLP enables real-time language translation, support global communication with low latency, useful in conferencing, IoT, and roaming service, breaking language barrier and supports global connectivity. So this is one of the major advantage of NLP and 5G. Next is AI chatbot. So NLP enables chatbot to understand the user queries, provide instant response. That is 24 bar 7. It keep on one way, or whether you're satisfied or not, all possibility of answers it starts giving to you. That is a kind of that is the kind of service which is offered by all the tools which we are using. So based on our convenience and based on our requirement, we try to take the answers. So enhance the customer experience with intelligent automated support. Security and analytics. NLP analyzes text data uh, from the threat detection, identifies the phishing, spam, and miscellaneous message, extract insight from the. See, plagiarism is also one of the major issue with your AI, right? So it does not copy something from somewhere. So it takes it uses its database and tries to give you a convincing answer after analyzing. So NLP enhanced 5G by enabling intelligent communication, automation, real-time processing, advanced analytics, and secure user-centric service. So this is the overview of NLP along with your 5G. So here you can see your this the basic architecture of NLP in 5G. You give a voice input, then a speech recognition. You have an NLP engine, then AI takes the decision, and then your 5G services provided to you. 5G services actually what kind of facility you take from your internet. The very best example is your whatever the location. We share the location. It correctly tells at what in which way the bus is traveling, whether the traffic jam is there, or exactly it gives you a timing. Within 5 minutes it will reach, or 4 minutes. If at all 4 minutes it is not reaching, it gives you an answer like why it didn't reach in 4 minutes. Everything has been very clear. Means it is very transparent because of your NLP and your 5G, because of your 5G. So the major key applications are smart virtual assistant, network fault prediction, real-time translation, AI customer support, traffic analysis, cyber security monitoring. So these are all the key applications of your NLP in 5G. So smart virtual assistant. Earlier days, if the bus is late or train is late, we used to we were not knowing. Somebody should tell us it will come within 15 minutes. We'll be waiting for 15 minutes and standing. Ideally, we'll be standing waiting. But today we can at least analyze where it is, what it is, right? So these are the service which is provided with the help of your NLP and your 5G. So first is smart virtual assistant, network fault prediction. Network fault prediction is nothing but if at all there is any problem. So today we have primary nodes and the secondary nodes to rectify so that the delay is not there. Similarly, here it can also predict the network fault in the network. Then it can do real-time translation, AI customer support, traffic analysis, and cyber security monitoring. A secured kind of networking is possible with the help of your NLP. Now, what are the benefits is faster communication. Benefits of NLP in 5G is faster communication, intelligent network management, personalized service, reduced operational cost, improved security and reliability. So these are the benefits of 5G NLP in 5G. Now here you can see say for example, this voice based in 5G, how it is helpful, find the nearest hospital. If you are new to a place, you don't know what is there, where it is there. Earlier days, we used to ask people, and we were not getting a very satisfied kind of answers, right? But today, if you take an assistant from the tools which is available to find the nearest hospital, it gives you so many options and it tells which is the best. Where like it gives you a category which is medium, which is best, and which is poor. So all this are the advantages for this voice-based 5G service. Next, you have voice assistance over 5G. So real-time voice interaction with minimal delay. So it easily understands the human language and starts responding to you within less than 1 millisecond. Only if you have to create the diagram or PPT, it takes much time. But for a text to get an answer within a short period of time, it gives you, right? So ultra low latency, which is less than 1 millisecond, enables real-time interaction. Enhanced mobile broadband supports high-speed data transfer. Massive mission type of communication connects billion of IoT devices. Ultra reliable low latency communication ensures dependable response. Edge computing interaction reduces cloud processing delay. Now the voice assistant over 5G combines AI, NLP, cloud edge computing, and 5G technology to provide intelligent, real-time, and highly reliable voice-based service for smart environment, healthcare, transport, and Industry 4.0 application. So these are some of the applications in which your NLP is going to work. Next, you have your network monitoring. What is meant by network monitoring? Network monitoring is nothing but analyzing the log, alarm, and the fault report using NLP. A sudden increase in the network traffic. Say, for example, all of us are using the mobiles, right? So, in the morning, when you take the traffic, and that is morning means I'm talking about the morning 6 to 9 o'clock, you see the traffic, the number of users on the mobile. And then in the peak hours you can say from 10 o'clock, from morning 10 till evening 6 o'clock, we'll keep it as a peak time because most of the office starts functioning. So you can see the traffic will be more during that time. If at all any network problem occurs, so how it is going to, how it is, so here all precautions are taken before. It will predict. So this might happen on that route because of so and so. So all this kind of monitoring can be handled in a very feasible manner. So here you can, I have given an example. A sudden increase in network traffic occurs. Monitoring system detects the abnormal traffic. AI analyzes the causes and predicts the congestion. Network resources are dynamically allocated. Alert is sent to the administrator. Service quality remains stable within minimal delay. Say for I don't know how many of you have used the metro and how many of you know how the metro is functioning. So that is a perfect example for the network monitoring. Actually, when you go to the service station of a metro, each and every train is controlled by the control room. The driver is there only to stop. So for him also the time will be the time will be displayed at what time he have to start and in which station how long he has to stop. So to monitor this only a driver is there. Otherwise, the complete control is in the service room. So in the service room, what is the major work in sense? It can detect where if at all a delay is there between the first train and the second train. The second time automatically they will change. They will not keep to the same time. They will change it in accordance to that. That driver will be switching on and off. So he cannot even stop the train in between. Only if the service center if the service center is giving a command only, he can do it. So by himself he cannot. I don't know how many of you can remember, we had a very big stampede last year in Bangalore. At that time, what happened was two stations were skipped because the rush was more. So this was not done by the driver, it was a decision which was taken in the central room. So how they came to know is the number of count. So for a normal train, this amount of people will be the prediction will be like, say for example, 50 people in this station, 60 people in that station. So I'll be because when you take a metro, equal amount of incoming and outcoming will be with respect to the people. So based on that, the analysis will be done. Say for example, suppose the number of headcount is increased. So what it will do, gradually the notification will be sent to the, so that option is there in every metro station, and thereby a call will be taken by the central service, and they will they will give a command in such a way that the more rush is not there in the train. In the bus and all, there is no restriction, right? Even though there is no place you try to climb, but in metro and all, you cannot do like that, because a proper safety measures are taken by so they have this monitoring the number of the head count who stand in the lane. Based on that, they take a call. So I have done a project in this, that's why I could tell I have worked in that workstation. So how that is happening in a very smart way. Next is network. So this is what is I have just given a brief about what our network monitoring in 5G does. So here you can see network device and sensors, the data collection. So what is the data collection? Traffic, latency, throughput, and the throughput and error. Then AI NLP based analysis is done. Then the fault detection and performance monitoring, network optimization and resource allocation, and report alert and virtual dashboard. So latency is nothing but the time delay in transmission, throughput, the amount of data transferred per second. Packet loss is nothing but due to this latency, some packet is nothing but the information or the data we send. Because of the latency, we might lose the packets. So that is what is packet loss. The bandwidth utilization, network resource usage, then the signal strength, the quality of the wireless communication which is offered, network availability, that is uptime and reliability. Then the security threats are nothing but uh, intrusion, malware, and the attacks. So what is the advantage of this? Real-time fault detection, improved quality service, reduced network downtime, enhanced security monitoring, efficient resource utilization, and predictive maintenance. Then the major application where it is used is 5G network, smart city, industrial IoT, healthcare. So when I take 5G network is if at all there is a fault anywhere in the network, so that can be detected very easily. In the smart cities, smart city is also something to do with your network monitoring, like how your LAN and how your LAN connections, what you gave is working effectively with your ad hoc network. Then you have industrial IoT. I think all of you know that in industry, when you take hundreds of sensors are there, the energy efficiency has to be maintained, the power utilization has to be less. Parallelly, the response should also be very fast. So for that purpose, we make use of this networking monitoring in 5G. Then health monitoring. Today, the patient gets the medicine. The doctor will be in one place, the patient on the other side, but the complete information of the patient will be available with the doctor through a app or through a through a app where continuous monitoring of for what disease the patient has been admitted, the complete details will be available with the doctor. So such kind of facilities uh, are are g- are improving our technology. Then here you can see cloud data centers, then autonomous vehicle communication, which is used in military application. So network monitoring in 5G uh, enables continuous supervision of the network performance, security, and reliability by integrating AI and NLP. So why it is NLP here in sense? NLP is the one which is going to tell what kind of problem is there. It is going to text you what is the kind of problem which is occurring. So properly it interprets, it understands and gives you a data. So that is where NLP plays an important role over here. So network operation and can detect the issue earlier, optimize resources and ensure seamless communication for next generation application. So here you can see, so you have a user, a 5G network, HN cloud and the monitoring system. So in this monitoring system only you get you start getting the answers for what is happening in this particular field based on the application. Let it be a smart city, let it be an industrial IoT or healthcare, or let it be a cloud. So based on that, the data has been analyzed. Now, what is this fault detection? Automatic identification and classification of network issues. What are the faults which can occur in a network? First is the hardware failure, maybe the failure in the base station or the router or the sensor. Then here you can see software error and configuration issue. Network congestion. Congestion is nothing but a traffic. And performance degradation. Performance degradation, as the data increases, as the number of users increase, what is going to happen? The degradation will happen, so that it has to detect. Then security attacks and intrusions, then link or connectivity failure. So these are the different types of faults which can occur in a network and how that can be rectified. The benefits is early problem detection. Making use of this NLP and 5G, we can detect early you can detect the problem. You can reduce the network downtime. You can improve the quality of the service which is offered to the customer, fast troubleshooting and enhanced network reliability. So these are the things which is provided by your 5G. Then customer feedback analysis. Customer feedback is nothing but the sentiment and analysis of the user. I already told you, you will be getting a positive, negative and a neutral command. So based on that, how it is going to react. The customer feedback analysis is a process of collecting, analyzing and interpreting the user review, comments and complaint to understand the customer satisfaction and also to improve the service. Say for example, today if I'm offering some service, only if I get a feedback, I will be in a position to know whether say for example, today I'm giving a talk. I don't know what is for me, everything is fine. But the other side, some suggestions will be given. So if I incorporate those suggestions, I can give next time a quality, than today. In the next time, I can give a quality speech or a quality seminar. So that is why the feedback analysis is very, very important. So here you can see the customer feedback. I already, these things we have told. The customer review feedback, the data collection, NLP, and so it does the sentiment analysis based on positive, neutral, and negative. Then it identifies the issues and the strength analysis, and then the service improvement and the decision making is given. So the same way how we do, the machine also does. So what is the application of that? Yeah, why we are doing all this? It is to have a proper network service quality, customer complaint analysis, service performing monitoring, personalized user experience, and prediction and retention. So when you offer a very satisfied service only, the retention of your customers will happen. So the customer feedback analysis is very, very important. So what is the application of it? Understanding the customer sentiment, identifying the common issue quickly, improve the service quality, enhance customer satisfaction, and support the data-driven decision. Now, what the sentiment analysis here, you can see how it is done. So the green one is positive. Uh, 3 is the poor network. So based on network, great network speed and excellent service. If someone gives, it is a positive comment. Poor network coverage in my area, very unhappy, that becomes a negative. Average service can be improved more, that becomes as a neutral. So based on this, the sentimental analysis is done. So no signal will come under poor network. So these are the general things when we ask anyone to give an online lecture or something. So these are the usual problem we face: slow internet, network congestion, billing issue, frequent disconnection, roaming issue, data speed low, customer service, no signal, high latency, call drops. So all these are the issues with respect to the poor network coverage. So the customer feedback analysis uses NLP and sentimental analysis to evaluate user review and complaint, helping the organization to improve the service and have a customer satisfaction. So this is the real-time translation. Real-time translation is nothing but on the spot you give the data, and for that particular data you try to take an output. So here you can see the speech input, speech recognition, NLP processes. That processing is for understanding the meaning of the content. So here you can see how it works. You have this 5G network with ultra low latency, high bandwidth, and reliable communication. So you have a machine translation converts the text into the targeted language, because you don't know what kind of customer you're going to, because you have designed a online tool to assist for assisting. So it has to, if it is working with one language, it has to function with all the language, because we have not put any restriction, right? So this is very important. The machine translation converts the text to the target language. That is why the term target language. Generates speech in target language. Real time output: the user receives the translated speech instantly. So this is how it is used in your high speed network. Now what is this real time translation? Real time transmission is nothing but at, at an instant you start getting the answers. The key feature is instant translation with minimal latency, support multiple language, powered by high speed 5G network, high accuracy with NLP model, and works across the device and the platform. The major application: international business meeting, travel and tourism, then health service, education and e-learning, government and public service, customer support and call center, and live event conference. The major benefit is breaks language barrier, enable global communication, improves collaboration, enhances the user experience, save time and cost, and boost production in the efficiency. So the technique used here is NLP, then automatic speech, machine translation, then you have text to speech and 5G network. And a small example is explained here. So you can just go through here. Hello, how are you? It is given in English. The real time transmission is, you can see, hello. So this is Spanish. So based on the requirement, it tries to respond to whatever we are asking. So that is the only reason why 5G and NLP are together. Okay. So real-time translation leverage NLP AI and 5G techniques to deliver instant, accurate, and seamless multilingual communication across the world. Then NLP in IoT and smart cities, you can see how it is used in each and every field. NLP enables IoT devices and smart city systems to understand the process and respond to human voice and text command, providing intelligent, automated, and context-aware service. What are the key features? Voice interaction with the device and natural language understanding, real-time data processing, context-aware response, seamless IoT connectivity, and support multiple language. The benefits is hand-free and natural interaction. See, to speak with any AI tool, we are not going to train ourselves and then come and use it, right? Anybody, an ordinary person also, whatever he wants, he can do with whatever the tools which is available today. So improved efficiency in the city service, faster decision making, enhanced city experience, better better resource utilization, scalable and effectiveness. So these are the technology used: NLP, speech recognition, IoT device and sensor, cloud and edge computing, and 5G connectivity. This is a machine and this is a human. So for whatever she is going to ask, so this machine is going to respond. Okay. Then you have what are the benefits: enhanced user experience, reduced operational cost, and automation. So these are the benefits. So these benefits leads to smarter operation, high productivity, improved service quality, and sustainable growth. Then you have the challenges is major challenges: privacy, data quality, and computational requirement. So privacy, handling sensitive user data raises privacy concern, because if it is a defense data and all, just like that, I can't give it. So a privacy is a privacy, and security also is required here. So risk of data breaches, user consent and transparency, compliance with law. Then data quality: inaccurate, incomplete, biased data can lead to wrong insight and poor decision making. So with that, what will happen? Noise and incomplete data, inconsistent in the format, and difficult for the validation. So this is these are the challenges which is faced by your NLP and 5G. NLP and AI model require high computing power, storage, processing resources, especially for real-time and large-scale application. So addressing these challenges is crucial for building secure, accurate, and efficient NLP and AI-powered system. Then you have the future scopes where all 5G is, 5G, 6G. So overall vision here, what we are going to AI native networks, AI driven traffic prediction and optimization. Uh, See today, even though we are using maximum technology today, even then today traffic control is we don't have an answer for traffic control. If a flood comes, there is no solution for it. Immediately, nothing is happening. After loss, only people do everything, right? So precautiously we have to start predicting many things and take precaution before it occurs. So for all that, these kind of technology will support. So AI driven traffic prediction and optimization, intelligent fault detection and self healing, enhanced security with AI powered threat detection. Then 6G integration. Integration with 6G will enable ultra high speed, ultra low latency, and massive connectivity for next generation application. So now we are in gigabit. Next we'll be making use of terahertz communication and holographic connectivity. Uh, Ubiquitous coverage of AI and edge intelligence, seamless IoT, XR, and tactile internet experience. Then in autonomous network management, self-configuring and self-optimizing networks, closed loop automation for operation, and reduce OPEX and improve reliability. So these are the things which is expected in future with NLP. So I have just given a case study. This is, if time permits, you people can see case study: a telecom operator using AI chatbot and analytics to improve the service quality. Say, for example, if there is a problem with the optical fiber, so today all of us are talking about wireless. If at all in a wired, if there is a problem, how the fault detection can be found out? So there is a AI assistant there. So all of us know that we require OTDR to find at what distance the fault is there. But now all this is integrated with AI, so the solution what we get is very fast. So that small. Uh, so the conclusion is NLP and 5G together create intelligent, efficient, and user-friendly communication system. So if you have any question, you can ask. That's all from my side. Thank you. Hello, sir.
Nice one. Participant, if you have any queries, you may ask now. Shall we conclude the session, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Respected resource person, dear participants, good evening to all once again. As we come to the end of this enlightened seminar on NLP for 5G and smart communication, it is my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Sujatha ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, Christ University, Bangalore, for sharing her valuable knowledge, expertise, and insights with us. Her presentation has enhanced our understanding of natural language processing, 5G technology, and their role in shaping the future of smart communication system. I sincerely thank the Indian Society of Research and Development Professionals (ISRDP) and the SK Research Group of Companies for organizing this seminar and creating an excellent platform for the academic and professional learning. My special thanks go to all the faculty members, researchers, and students and participants. I would like to acknowledge the effort of our organizing team, technical team, and coordinators and volunteers. Finally, thank you to everyone who joined us and made this event memorable and successful. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.